Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. I am happy to welcome you all for our online learning. Class 10, Subject Biology, Unit 15, Nervous System. Today, we are going to discuss about peripheral nervous system. In the previous classes, we already studied about the central nervous system, that means brain and the spinal cord. After that, we studied the structure of spinal cord and then reflex action. So, all these we covered in the previous classes. Now, we are going to learn about the peripheral nervous system. Peripheral nervous system is formed of nerves arising from the brain and the spinal cord. This peripheral nervous system only study about the different types of nerves. These nerves arising from the brain and the spinal cord. The nerves arising from the brain are called cranial nerves. So there are two different types of nerves is there. One is called cranial nerves, the another one is called spinal nerves. If a nerves or neuron arising from the brain is called cranial nerves, another one is a nerves which is arising from the spinal cord is called spinal nerves. So there are two different types of nerves. One is called cranial nerves, another one is called spinal nerves. Clear? The first one is cranial nerves. In man, there are about 12 pairs of cranial nerves. One more question, very important. How many cranial nerves are there in our body means 12 pairs. Some of the cranial nerves are sensory. So you know very well, sensory means that it only carries the nerve impulse from the sense organs to the central nervous system. So this type of sensory nerves or sensory neuron means it carries impulse from the sense organs to the central nervous system. So some of the cranial nerves are sensory. Example, optic nerve which innervates the eye. Some of the motor nerves which helps in rotation of eyeball. The cranial nerves also innervates the eye muscles of iris and tear gland. Okay. The next one is spinal nerves. There are about 21, already we studied that here 31 pairs of spinal nerves is present. So how many spinal nerves? There are about 31 pairs of spinal nerves. Each spinal nerve has a dorsal sensory. Dorsal means upper part, ventral means lower part, top, bottom. Okay. So upper part of the spinal nerves is sensory root. Sensory root is nothing but it transmits the impulse from the sense organs to the central nervous system. The lower part also called as ventral, it is motor root. The direction of impulses in dorsal spinal root is towards the spinal cord and in ventral spinal root away from the spinal cord. That means the motor impulse from the away from the spinal cord to the effector organs. Clear? The third nervous system is autonomic nervous system. Autonomic nervous system. Already two we studied. First one is central nervous system. Second one is peripheral nervous system. And now third one, autonomic nervous system. Autonomic nervous system, in short, it is called as ANS. It is also called as visceral nervous system. It regulates the functions of internal visceral organs. Visceral organs means internal organs, important internal organs. What are they? Heart, lungs, in abdomen it is kidney, stomach, all these are visceral organs. So it regulates the functions of internal visceral organs of our body through its two antagonistics, that means opposite components. that components. One is systemic and sympathetic and parasympathetic system. So ANS, autonomic nervous system, regulates the functions of internal visceral organs in our body through its two opposite components, sympathetic and parasympathetic system. They enable the body to perform rapid and specific visceral activities in order to maintain steady state. The next one, it controls the voluntary functions of the visceral organs. So digestion is one of the main function of the digestive system. It includes, starts from the mouth till the anus. So all these organs performing their role. So it is controlled by ANS, autonomic nervous system. It controls the involuntary functions of the visceral organs. See, the sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system, this is parasympathetic and this side is sympathetic. All these are controlled by ANS, autonomic nervous system. Thank you children, we will see in the next class.